tonight on Evening.
I'm Michael King, and this is Hat Island. We'll take you for a look around the Northwest's best-kept secret.
Kim goes one-on-one with actress Reese Witherspoon.
I do have to blame you for something.
Coming up, everybody on Earth is going to play here at KEXP this week.
Plus, Team Evening digs into their mailbox to answer your questions.
And I'm Kim Holcomb in Ballard at Bauhaus Coffee, where we're going to tell you about a great new place to get hoagies. We're also kind of escaping from the smoke outside, but on crystal clear days, there is no better place to be than the Pacific Northwest. And there is one spot that Michael's going to take us to tonight that you might have never heard of before. It's called Hat Island. It might be the next big thing, and it is just a 15-minute boat ride from Everett. Michael's heading there now.
Yeah, it's officially Gedney Island, but most people here call it Hat Island. My hat says Hat Island, so it's kind of redundant. But actually, they call it that because it kind of resembles a hat from this angle here.
It's hard to get to.
By boat. Yep. The only way.
It's dusty.
People do not wash their cars.
They do not.
The harbor master may chase you off.
I'm the junkyard dog.
But once you're in on Hat Island, you may never want to be out.
It's a hidden secret, really.
4 miles of beach, a marina that leads you to the yacht club. Up the hill is the most affordable country club in the country.
Oh, yeah.
The 9-hole course comes complete with sweeping ocean views. There's a reason developers in the 1960s were boating people over to buy into the Riviera of the Northwest. They had big plans for a theater, swimming pool, a boatel.
Own part of the island paradise. It's going to have a future restaurant and airfield and all the above. And of course, that didn't happen.
The economy tanked, and so did the power generators. But residents like Bud and the aforementioned harbor master Barb are 2 of just 50 who live here all year.
Just relax, slow down.
Just bring your own stuff.
Bring your own stuff, yeah.
The idea of a general store comes up often, but is always voted down. So yes, you do have to pack everything in. A passenger ferry does run from Everett, but only on weekends. The private island is by invite only, unless you're a SEAL.
So we got a moat around the island for our gated community.
A giant moat.
That's it.
With whales in it.
With the whales.
There is a push and pull here for sure.
Most people are accepting the fact that progress is coming. We're going to get new owners like we always have in the past, and that'll help the island.
And it's exciting. There's new people here, young people.
So we're going to tee off here?
Like Karsten McIntosh, whose parents have a cabin on the beach.
What's this piece of rope here in the road?
So this is a Hat Island speed bump.
Let's do it.
We move slow here on Hat Island, so we're going to be careful here. There we go.
Easy does it.
Retired from one of the tugboats, probably.
He'd love to get a place of his own someday.
There are a few golf courses where you can play in flip-flops without a shirt on and your dog running around. It's pretty awesome.
He and Bud show us the Island Library, next to the only fuel pump, open Saturdays.
Here's a guy coming.
You know, it shocks you when you see another car because you're used to having the road all to yourself.
Yeah.
We roll through the blackberries to a quarry where the dirt for I-5 supposedly came from.
So when you drive on I-5, you think about that?
I don't, but I will now maybe.
There's a waterfowl condo where, if you're lucky, you'll see an odd half duck, half something else. The island itself is an odd duck of sorts, but that's kind of why they love it.
Not for everyone. In fact, most people, it doesn't fit, you know.
But when it does fit, it's just right.
Who would think? 30 minutes from big city, you'd have this.
Thank you, Michael. Well, you can't just show up at Hat Island. There are places to stay, and you might want to talk to a real estate broker because there are places you can buy as well. In fact, Michael will be featuring one of those next week in our Unreal Estate series. Well, of course, it is back to school week for a ton of kids, and it is never too soon to start reading, which is why I'm holding this little book. It's one that you can check out with your little one, handmade and written by a local author with a pretty unique backstory.
In this small Seattle studio, art imitates the life Jessica Delagardle dreamed about growing up in Idaho.
I kind of lived vicariously through the library for my love of the water because I was in the middle of the desert. So I saw the ocean for the first time when I was 13, and I was struck with such a deep deep love for it.
Later, she took up scuba diving.
I was completely addicted the very first time I got in the water. I felt like I was home.
Now home is Seattle, where she wrote and handmade this sea-inspired children's book, Astri the Oyster.
I was really inspired by Viewmasters. I remember as a child seeing the three-dimensional aspects of the Viewmaster and just really wanting to be transported to that world.
She created a similar world for Astri, crafting every single piece of coral, rock, and expression on Astri's face. The book tells the story of a little oyster who overcomes fear, something Jessica knows firsthand.
I had a big tumor, a 16-inch tumor taken out of my pelvis, and I had some real serious health complications from that.
She had to learn how to walk again. And as she recovered, she kept working on her book and leaning on its lesson.
So my art actually became my help.
A labor of love, inspired by childhood wonder and grown-up adversity, with a message Jessica hopes rings clear.
Life happens, and we all have to make the choice to stand up and be brave.
You can buy Astri on Amazon or on Jessica's website, and we have them both linked to ours. And since we're on the subject of little ones, we have to send a big congratulations to the latest addition to Team Evening. Look at that beautiful baby. Technically, she is our multi-platform producer Keiko's newborn. We just like to claim her as our own because she is such an angel. Her name is Anderson. She was born on Labor Day, appropriately enough. She, Mom, and Dad Daniel are all doing well. Congratulations to the new family. Well, it's Tuesday, and that means that it is time to answer some of your questions and some of your criticisms. So here is this week's Evening Inbox from our headquarters in Soda.
Okay, so I do this thing every now and then. When I see a scary clown, I like to post it on Facebook and tag Kim so that
she loves scary clowns.
Sees it because it's her least favorite thing in the world. And I did that recently, and Tracy said she is going to slap you into next week, Jimbo.
She meant Kim referring to you.
This hasn't happened yet. Okay.
That wasn't even that hard because I'm wearing a ring, and I'm nice and didn't want to hurt you.
Thank you.
Punch you in the
So
nose.
you don't like
with it
scary
later.
clowns? I mean,
yeah, you had no idea.
No, I did not know that.
Okay, so this is the biggest response I've ever gotten when I posted a question.
Oh, it must be very serious.
On my,
Yeah,
it's a very
it's gotta be a
serious
big
question.
one.
I
Big
posted
issue.
this on my Facebook page. Help settle this argument. Blaze of Glory by John Bon Jovi.
Right?
Awesome or awful? More than 100 people responded to this.
That's the biggest response.
With very, they had very important things to say. Like Annie said, freaking awesome, and posted a picture of him in concert. So she's obviously a real fan. And then Natalia wrote, for karaoke it's good, otherwise it's awful.
Oh,
which I thought was interesting. And then on the other side of things, Brett said it sounded too much like Wanted, Dead, or Alive for me. Which
You know
I
what?
can
That's
see.
what I was trying to hear it in my head, and I keep mixing it up with that one.
Blaze of Glory from Young Guns
But I'm a
too.
little distracted because now both of you are doing this thing with the beards, right? The sort of
No,
not shaving now.
I just forgot that we were doing something on camera today, and when I have an off-camera day,
I like
don't
it.
shave.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
I think it looks good.
He just likes it because that's the look he's going for. He thinks he's a male model.
All right, Michael, go ahead.
We've gone off the
All
rails.
right, so we got a note from Dan here. He says, wanted to ask what it's like being in that middle part of the Space Needle. That's the part most people will never know what it's like to be on there. And
Yeah.
I think actually.
You mean the halo, probably?
Yeah, I think he means the halo.
halo.
But I mean, you've
We've
been on
all been
top,
up there
right?
at some point.
Yeah.
You've been on top?
I've been on the
I've been
halo
on the
too,
halo.
and so were you.
Yeah, I was
The
on
very
the
top.
halo.
Scary.
Terrifying.
The halo is the ring on the
I've been on
outside,
the
right?
ring of the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walked down the
Way
pin.
scarier.
Yeah.
You're the only one that
I
has
guess
it.
I have it.
Way
Yeah.
scarier to be on that outer ring.
Yeah.
There's a
than
little
it is to
give
be
when
on
you're
the
walking
tower,
on.
I feel like I need to do that.
Yeah. I think so. I guess what we're saying is it's scary.
Like a scary
Invigorating.
clown.
It's
Yeah,
about
invigorating
like
is
this
scary.
wide, right? I mean, it's not that much wider.
No, you're
No.
lashed in. You're not going
Right.
to fall,
Yeah.
but you're looking down 500 feet, down
Yeah.
between your feet. That's kind of
Love
scary.
it.
I got a little response over the weekend from checking out sort of the dessert and cereal aisles of various supermarkets.
As you do.
For instance, take a look at this. This is Baldwin Smacks. Doug Baldwin has his own cereal. And I was like, I don't know if I can do this.
that.
And someone said, my son gave my husband a box for his birthday last month. They weren't bad. And then check this out. This is Girl Scouts cookies, right?
Cereal?
Yeah, no, Thin Mint cereal.
A good idea. That's a good idea.
Oh, I mean cereal, sorry. This makes me sad as a Girl Scout, says Tweety TYKL.
Right.
And finally, one more thing.
Celebration.
Look at this. Twinkie ice cream.
No.
Ice cream made from Twinkies.
Unnecessary.
Jeff Fabian 123 says he's had it. Not bad if you put chocolate syrup on it.
Twinkies don't deserve that treatment.
Thanks for all of your input this week. By the way, I think that Blaze of Glory is awesome, for the record. But let us know what you think. Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or good old-fashioned email.
Coming up on Evening, actress Reese Witherspoon on balancing life and loving her 40s.
You know yourself really well. You know what you want to accomplish in life.
Plus, the must-see concerts coming to town this week.
Thousands of acres in Washington and Oregon are burning, and thousands are being evacuated. As a blanket of ash covers Seattle, King 5 is tracking the fires, and the crews working tirelessly to contain them. Relief may not be too far away, with temperatures expected to break. President Trump ends DACA, but Congress has a chance to save it. The lives of 800,000 young undocumented immigrants weighs in the hands of our government. All evening on King 5 News.
Before they can stand tall, they must first learn to stand out. Get everything they need to shine for less. Everything on your back-to-school list guaranteed in stock. Staples, it's pro time.
You put aside some cash in a traditional savings account with a rate that sounded great. But then, after a few months, that promotional rate came crashing down. You and your money deserve better. Take about 5 minutes and open a Capital One savings account right here or anywhere. You'll get one of the nation's best rates, not a promotional rate. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. What's in your wallet?
If you drive less than 200 miles a week, then pay-per-mile car insurance can cut your bill in half. Introducing Metromile, the leader in pay-per-mile insurance. Get a low rate starting at $30 a month, then pay just pennies per mile. 65% of us drive less than 200 miles a week. That means the majority of America qualifies for pay-per-mile insurance. Stop paying for miles you don't drive. Stand up to traditional insurance. Get pay-per-mile today. Pay-per-mile car insurance could save you $500 and cut your bill in half. Go to Metromile.com now.
Before they can stand tall, they must first learn to stand out. Get everything they need to shine for less. Everything on your back-to-school list guaranteed in stock. Staples, it's pro time.
Welcome back to the show. We are in Ballard tonight inside Bauhaus Coffee, which is a longtime fixture here. But we are also here because this is where you can come get an authentic hoagie, New Jersey style. The place is called Hog Island. The meat actually comes from this place, Hog Island, and this is the only place in the area you can get it. So you should come treat yourself to a hoagie. Well, audiences first fell in love with Reese Witherspoon when she was just a child actress, but now she is starring in a new movie about a woman turning 40 and learning to live life as a single mom. So when I got to talk to her, we chatted about life in our 40s and how it is so much better than we ever expected.
Did you watch these?
I did, but only because I was doing a load and I've been up since 5:30.
Much like her character Alice in the new movie Home Again, Reese Witherspoon's life is a balancing act, even during an interview.
Okay.
Sorry.
Are you like
check
me?
on my kids? Is this is that like attached to a bone in your hand? Because I feel like my phone is.
Well, I've got
because of
3
the
kids in 3 different schools. 2 have started back and 1 hasn't. So I have the one at home who's like, "Where are you? Where are you?" I'm like, "Work."
She's been working since her early teens when she landed her first role in Man in the Moon.
I'm not a little girl.
Nearly 3 decades later, she's playing a newly separated mother of 2, finding empowerment at age 40, a role she could definitely relate to.
I read that you said turning 40 was liberating for you.
Oh, for sure, you know, and I had girlfriends telling me it was going to be great, and I was like, really? And I do think it's a time where you know yourself really well. Yeah. You know what you want to accomplish in life, and you have all this accumulated knowledge to share with people.
Her younger male co-stars say some of that knowledge includes how to use social media. Reese has more than 10 million followers on her platforms.
I do have to blame you for something.
Oh, no.
I lose hours of productivity on your Instagram feed.
Really?
You need to stop with your Instagram feed because it's intoxicating. I'm like, it's so good, and even though I feel like my life will never be this way. Is your life that perfect all the time. Can you tell me one area of your life that's messier than your Instagram would lead us to believe?
Oh, please. Everything about my life is messy. The thing that was crazy about working on this movie is we went into the house and I was like, where are all the kid toys? Because my house is like covered, you know, ceiling to floor in kids' toys and scribbles and yeah, no, my life is definitely very messy.
But at age 41, she wouldn't trade it.
I love the theme in the movie that when we're 25, we make choices for ourselves that dictate a lot of the rest of our life. Yeah. When you look back at your own life, how do you make choices differently now than you did at 25 in a way that you're proud of?
I went through a lot of experiences that Alice went through, and I got married when I was 23 years old, and you know, your life changes. You're not a grown-up when you're 23 years old. You think you are, but you're not. And I love that this movie explores that and talks about the next chapter of people's lives, because we live these long lives and you know, you have to decide, is that a track you want to be on for the rest of your life? And I think that's what a lot of women in their 40s are trying to figure out.
Oh, I love Reese. I didn't love this movie though. It felt pretty dated and uninspired, but you should go decide for yourself. Home Again is rated PG-13 and it opens on Friday. Well, we wanted to take a second to remind you guys that you can still help with the relief efforts down in Texas. King 5 has teamed up with the Red Cross for Northwest Response, and your donation will help people affected by the flooding. Just visit our website and click on the Northwest Response link. You can also make a donation at any U.S. bank branch in Western Washington.
Up next, John Richards has the music that matters, plus how you can nominate your favorites for this year's Best of Western Washington. How this house could help save lives.
We could better their lives or maybe even save a child's life.
Plus, Kim has a preview of the terrifying new film, It.
Bill, if you'll come with me, you'll float too.
Evening, tomorrow at 7:30 on King 5.
Is your body storing fat more easily? Do you suffer from a lack of energy? Or the draining side effects of restless sleep? How about an increase in wrinkles and even sagging skin?
Hi, I'm Kim Douglas, and as a beauty expert always on the hunt for the next great breakthrough, when I heard about a youth hormone that was associated with reducing body fat, increasing lean muscle mass, and even reducing the appearance of wrinkles, I just had to learn more. I'm talking about human growth hormone, or HGH, and as early as our mid-20s, our natural production of HGH begins to drop dramatically. Here's the good news. Finally, there's Serovital.
Serovital is the first and only amino acid complex shown in a clinical trial to trigger the body's own natural release of HGH from the pituitary gland and increase mean HGH levels by an astonishing 682%.
HGH has been associated with reducing body fat, reducing the appearance of wrinkles, improving sleep, and even boosting energy. As a doctor and a woman, I am very excited that now I can tell women everywhere about Serovital.
Serovital boosts your HGH naturally and at a fraction of the cost of painful injections. Serovital sells for $99 in stores. But call right now because we're letting as many women as possible try Serovital for 30 days absolutely risk-free. Plus, call in the next 6 minutes and we'll also include free shipping. You owe it to yourself to try Serovital for 30 days. It's absolutely risk-free.
Serovital is a true scientific breakthrough. 20 years in the making.
Get the facts at myserovital.com. Supplies are limited. Call 1-800-719-8675 or go to myserovital.com for your risk-free trial today.
Grind the gridiron for $200,000 this September at Tulalip, where 30 weekly winners will pocket their share of $50,000 in guaranteed cash. Find all the details at TulalipCasino.com.
Welcome back to the show from Bauhaus Coffee in Ballard tonight. Well, the summer is winding down, but the summer concert season is still in full swing. Here's KEXP's John Richards with the music that matters.
Thank you, Kim. Once again, I'm here at KEXP's Gathering Space, where we gather for music. And I'm here to alert you to shows you should gather to to see shows, including the Tractor on Thursday. Great show from a Portland band called Ages and Ages. Ages and Age's latest album, Something to Ruin, came out last year on Partisan Records. Here they are live on KEXP. Also in Ballard the next night on Friday at the Sunset, you can see Broncho straight from Oklahoma. Broncho followed up their 2016 album Double Vanity with the single Get in My Car. Here they are live on KEXP with their hit Class Historia. Saturday at the Fremont Abbey, one of KXP's friends, Tomo Nakayama, is going to be playing live, and you might have seen Tomo performing out at the airport. He's out there all the time. I got off a flight, heard this beautiful voice of an angel. Turns out it wasn't an angel, it was Tomo.
I love you more than I could ever express.
Tomo's new album is called Pieces of Sky, and he plays live on my show, The Morning Show on KEXP, Thursday at 9:30. So far we have Thursday, Friday in Ballard. You got your Saturday in Fremont. Now you got your Sunday on Capitol Hill at Numos. Benjamin Booker's in town.
Do you need another reason to get up? See how fast they turn when you look at them up.
Here's the politically charged title track from Booker's new album, Witness. Can't make it to Numos? You can catch Benjamin Booker live on KEXP Monday at 3 p.m. All right, we return downtown, close to the station at the Moore Theater for Sunday and Monday when Mac DeMarco plays 2 shows here in Seattle.
Time she'll see that her and me were meant to be together.
DeMarco's new album is called This Old Dog. Here he is live on KEXP, and you can catch him live at KEXP Monday at noon. If you are attending the Mac DeMarco show, heads up, this man likes to jump off balconies. He's at the Moore. Eddie Vedder, anyone have that memory of you jumping? Anyway, be careful, he might kick you in the face. I'm John Richards, and this has been The Music That Matters.
Thank you, John. You can listen to John every weekday morning on 90.3 KEXP. Well, it is that time of the year. Best of Western Washington is back. You can actually nominate right now. And this is our 25th year of the contest. We have some cool new categories this year, including Best Tiki Bar, and one lucky person is going to win 10 grand. Here's the details.
It's evening's 25th annual Best of Western Washington, presented by Honda and Toyota of Seattle, where you drive the experience. Go to king5.com/best and nominate your favorite people, places, and things in Western Washington. You could win a $10,000 gift card to the Honda and Toyota of Seattle online express store, where you can buy or lease a car 100% online. Nominate now for the 25th annual Best of Western Washington.
Again, just go to king5.com/best to nominate. Go, right now. We're gonna be in a commercial. Go nominate right now.
Take a spin around the track with an up-and-coming star of Red Bull's Global Rallycross when evening returns. How this house could help save lives.
We could better their lives or maybe even save a child's life.
Plus, Kim has a preview of the terrifying new film, It.
Bill, if you'll come with me, you'll float too.
Evening, tomorrow at 7:30 on King 5.
It's the Lazy Boy Labor Day sale. We're finding great prices on great-looking furniture is no work at all. Save on recliners, sofas, and more. Plus special financing. Hard-working savings. Easy to live with comfort. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
With the Xfinity Best Offer of the Year, you just can't miss. You get epic internet and Wi-Fi. X1 with built-in Netflix. And when you add Xfinity Mobile, you get up to 5 lines. Dude, perfect.
Get our best offer of the year on Xfinity TV, internet, and voice for 2 full years. Plus, ask how to add Xfinity Mobile for $200 back. Click, call, or visit us today.
It all began years ago in an abandoned elementary school. We called it El Centro de la Raza, the center for people of all races. We were united in the belief that people come together through shared art and culture. Community spaces can create common good, and fostering local businesses helps us all grow together. I believe that united, we create change. It's our foundation and our future. Seattle Metropolitan Credit Union, Seattle Original.
Honesty and integrity are words seldom used to describe the used car business, but at CarMax, they're the foundation of everything we do.
CarMax takes the stress and uncertainty out of used car shopping with upfront no-haggle pricing, free vehicle history reports, and a 5-day money-back guarantee.
At CarMax, what you see is what you get. Good people selling good cars. No gimmicks, no games.
So come see for yourself why CarMax is America's #1 used car retailer.
Now open in Linwood and Puyallup.
Your Star Channel on TV. Channel 5.
Spring is upon us, and there is no better spot to relax in comfort following a day in the tulip fields. Hotel Bellwether offers stunning views of the San Juan Islands, glorious sunsets, and a backdoor entrance to the Skagit Valley tulip fields. Or simply snuggle up in your luxurious guest room.
We all know how much America loves This Is Us. And now it's been nominated for 10 Emmys, including Outstanding Drama.
Our love story, it's just getting started.
Emmy-nominated This Is Us returns Tuesdays this fall on NBC.
Red Bull Global Rallycross.
Yes, you got it.
Red Bull Global Rallycross.
You got it, Kim.
Red Bull Global I'm practicing how to say this. Welcome back, everybody. Jose's here. It's not easy to say, but it's a cool event. Evergreen Speedway this weekend.
Yes.
Red Bull Global Rallycross.
Man, you got it, Kim. I don't know if you remember, but last year I did a story about this new upcoming driver, Martel Cornell, and he was coming up last year, but this year he's actually #1.
Hi, my name's Connor Martel, and I'm a Red Bull GRC Dirtfish driver. The cars are pretty insane. They're only 2,400 pounds, and they're 300 horsepower. They're super light, super fast. It's the real deal. Right here, this is the new rally car that they use for school. That's pretty much how they start off. You get a regular everyday driving car, and then you strip it down to nothing and put a cage in it and make it go fast on the dirt. Then here, this is the car that I drive for Rallycross. The adrenaline at the start line of a race is definitely the worst part. Everyone's going for that first turn. You know you're gonna hit doors with someone, so being able to just stay calm and like get your start as good as you can, that's the way to do it.
And of course I was not going to leave without a ride.
Is it harder when it's raining?
Yeah. It's like ice.
Well, I'm glad we're driving fast when it feels like ice. But that is exactly what daredevils like Connor do. They live at the extremes.
What would be that one extreme sport that you say, I would never do?
I'd probably say freestyle, motocross. That's just nuts.
You can see Cornell this weekend at Red Bull Global Rally Cross. We got it.
You nailed it. Evergreen Speedway in Monroe.
That's
Go
right.
check them out. That's all the time we have tonight.
Really?
Yeah, but coming up tomorrow, I'm gonna have a preview of the new movie It. Scary clown and all.
I don't think I'm gonna see that.
You gotta watch it, please, will you? And stay where you are.
I won't.
Because America's Got Talent is coming up next. Thanks for joining us, and good night from Ballard. You really won't? I asked you so much.